Well, hello friends, Wolfgore here, and in this guide we are going to be talking about how to get a Crucible guaranteed by level 20 in 7 Days to Die. The Crucible, sometimes referred to as the Holy Grail, is the linchpin to all of the endgame recipes, from the mods to the weapons to the vehicles. So it's super important that you get one so that you can produce steel much more easily, rather than wrenching like streetlights and whatnot. But they are super rare. In the 600 hours I've put into this game, I've only ever found the recipe once and had the trader have one for sale once. So they're quite rare, but the easiest way to unlock it for sure is by coming all the way down to Advanced Engineering rank 5, where you will unlock the Crucible guaranteed. But Advanced Engineering rank 5 requires Intellect rank 10, and most people don't spec into Intellect as a primary build. It's just not that good. So I managed to find a solution to this problem so you can get a Crucible guaranteed in the mid-game. So let's talk about that. So what you're going to do is you're going to assemble these materials here. You're going to need the materials to craft the actual Crucible, which is 100 forged iron, 20 mechanical parts, 1200 small stones, 20 oil, and 900 clay soil. You're going to want to assemble all of this by level 20 ideally, but if you don't have it all by level 20, then that's fine. You can do this at level 21, 22, 25, whatever. You're also going to want to pick up one Grandpa's Awesome Sauce whenever you can. The trader often will sell one sugar butt, or sugar butts. You're going to need 32,000 Duke's Casino tokens, and it's very possible to get this much by level 20 as long as you found like one treasure map and you're making sure to wrench all of the kitchen appliances you find, and just playing efficiently, trying to make as much money as possible. It's very possible to get this much money by level 20. Additionally, you're also going to want the cigar, which improves your bartering by 10%, and the nerdy glasses, which give you +1 to intellect. And these, in case you don't know, the Grandpa's Awesome Sauce gives you +20% bartering, and the sugar butts give you an additional +10%. So we've got 40% from items and consumables. Then if we come over to our spec, we are level 20 right now, and this is sort of just a standard example spec, something that I would do in my own game. It's primarily focused on strength. In perception, we have scavenger perks to help us collect more items, make more money in the early game. Typical strength stuff, you've got your shotguns, your pummel Pete, your master chef, sexual tyrannosaurus, rule 1 cardio, and then intellect. This is going to be very standard. You're going to want your 2 points in Grease Monkey so that you can get a mini bike going as early as possible. You're going to want your 2 points in Advanced Engineering so you can get all your crafting benches going. And this does, for the record, unlock the chemistry station. I know in my last guide somebody was asking about that, saying it unlocks what's physician, which I believe it does say right here that this unlocks the chem station, but it is Advanced Engineering also unlocks it for whatever reason. It's probably just something they need to fix. And then the final 3 points, and I would put these points in last, potentially, are 3 points in better bartering. So that is going to give us +15% to bartering, and then 40% from consumables and items. We're up to 55% reduced. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to the trader. You're going to come over to their secret stash, buy a Grandpa's Awesome Sauce.
Remember me if you need medical
You're going to
supplies.
use that. That's going to reset all of our skill points. I forgot to use my consumables. Let's try that again and actually use the consumables this time. There's the Grandpa's Awesome Sauce, and that does put us on a 3-minute timer to get this done. You want to make sure you get your Crucible crafting before the Grandpa's Awesome Sauce runs out, or else you'll need 2, and it's kind of expensive. So we buy the first Grandpa's Forget an Elixir. Now, you can use a workbench, at your shop if it's near enough. You can use the workbench in here if it's working, or you can just craft an extra workbench and plop it down outside. Let's go ahead and use that. We're going to come over to Intellect, take all the way up to 10, and we're going to unlock rank 10 by having our nerdy glasses equipped. We're going to take up to level 5 in better bartering, and this is going to reset. Taking these talents is going to reset Jen's secret stash, so she will have another Grandpa's Learning Elixir available, or Forgetting Elixir available. Then we're going to come down to Advanced Engineering. I'm going to take rank 5. I'm going to come over here, get our crucible crafting. And if you wanted, you could have materials ready for 2. Once it's crafting, it's crafting. It doesn't matter if you unlearn the recipe. Then we're going to come back to Jen, come back to the secret stash, buy the second Forgotten Elixir. 1 coin left over. And yeah, that's basically it. Then you go ahead and use that. And you can respec however you want at this point. Alright, so we got our Crucible crafted, which is great. But we can actually min-max this process a little bit more. Since if you plan on doing this, you know that you're going to be respecing in the early level 20s. You can also get your motorcycle done at the same time and then not have to worry about putting any points back into intellect, which is really nice. So let's rewind and go back to the step where we had just bought our first Forgetting Elixir. So we would come over to the intellect tree and we would do essentially the same thing. We're going to take those 5 points in better bartering. We're going to take 5 points in advanced engineering, just like we did. But this time, you would want to wait 3 more levels, so you would have 3 more skill points to spend, so level 23. Then you would put 3 points into here, up to Motorcycle Maniac. And you would come over, you would craft your motorcycle chassis, your motorcycle handlebars, along with your crucible, all at the same time. Then you would just run back to Jen, buy your second Forgetting Elixir, and reset, and then you can actually save yourself 10 skill points, because you don't have to put any points in intellect anymore, so that saves you 3 points right there. You get your 3 points back that you had in better bartering, your 2 points back in advanced engineering, and the 2 points you had into Grease Monkey, plus the additional points you would have had to spend to get up to Motorcycle Maniac. So you're actually saving yourself like 13 skill points, which you're now free to spend in the strength tree, or whatever tree you want to spend it in, because the intellect tree is just kind of there for the recipes, let's be honest. And for those who are newer to the game who may be wondering, well, how am I supposed to craft a motorcycle without a crucible? Because I need steel to craft the motorcycle, and the crucible is how I make steel. These types of streetlights right here are the easiest way to get steel without having a crucible. See, we just got 1 there. And you can get up to like 3 sometimes. I'd say 1 is about the average. Sometimes you'll get none, but you can get more. So, head over to like Dyersville, over, to the northeast. If you're playing on Navezgane, Dyersville is right up here. There's tons of those streetlights up there. There's plenty of steel, plenty enough to make a motorcycle. So I think that's going to do it for this guide video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please smash that like button. It really does help the channel grow and help to spread my content. And if you'd like to subscribe for more guides, I will be covering other games.